Hello there, my interweb friends. It's your old pal Jason here with another review. Today, I'll be talking about Tales of the Empire, the new series of shorts taking place within the Star Wars universe, streaming now on Disney+. But before I get started, I will be talking some spoilers. So if you haven't seen Tales of the Empire yet, and you don't want anything spoiled for you, stop the video, go to Disney+, check it out, then come on back and we can talk about it. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? So Tales of the Jedi was really cool. I reviewed it on this channel before. I thought it was great, following two separate storylines over a course of 6 shorts, 3 shorts per character, and it worked so well that I wanted to see more. Little did I know, we would be getting another set of shorts following 2 characters, this time from the dark side, with Tales of the Empire. And following Morgan Elsbeth and Barriss Offee was a little unexpected, but it works so well and their stories are so interesting. Of course, I like the way they split things up this time around. Last time, I feel like they went in sort of chronological order, starting with Ahsoka, going into Dooku, and then coming back to Ahsoka. This time, they split it up with Morgan Elsbeth first, and then Barriss Offee last. It really helps the stories feel more complete. And honestly, if you don't want to watch them all in one sitting, you can watch the Morgan Elsbeth 3 first, and then the Barriss Offee 3 second, and it works. It works so well. It's much more digestible that way too. Starting off, I really enjoyed seeing Morgan Elsbeth's story play out. Of course, she was a character created for The Mandalorian. There's not much we know about her. And of course, since she met her untimely death in Ahsoka, we'll never get to see her any further. So going back and having this look at the character was really interesting. Seeing that she was there on Dathomir during the massacre with General Grievous and actually engaged with General Grievous was really cool. And it was really interesting to see the direct aftermath of that massacre play out on screen and the part that Morgan Elsbeth played in that. Now, episode 2 is my favorite and really a treat for die-hard Star Wars fans who love the lore of Star Wars and the mythology. I mean, you've got Captain Pellaeon, you've got Rook, and you've got Thrawn. You've got Thrawn running with most of his entourage, and I was just like a kid in a candy store. It was my favorite episode. Lars Mikkelsen returning as Admiral Thrawn at this point. Always a treat to hear Lars Mikkelsen in any capacity as Thrawn. His voice is just so precise, so clinical, and just works so well for this character. And even though he's only in it for this episode and not for very long, I'm just so happy to see that he's in this series. And of course, I liked episode 3 because it perfectly ties into The Mandalorian. You could almost watch this short and then watch the Ahsoka episode of The Mandalorian right after that, and it would still work just as well. It's perfectly sets it up, and the Rosario Dawson cameo shows you exactly where this sits on the timeline. And it's just kind of perfect. It's a great beginning, middle, and end point for Morgan Elsbeth's story in these 3 shorts. Now, one character that I was really interested to see was Barriss Offee. The way we left her in the Clone Wars, where she was sent to prison after blowing up the Jedi Temple and trying to pin it on Ahsoka, was really kind of it left a lot of lingering questions about her character. What happened to her after the Clone Wars? What happened to her during the era of the Empire? So seeing her story play out in this series was really satisfying and actually really great. And a much better conclusion than where we left her in the Clone Wars. Seeing her rise through the ranks and become an Inquisitor left me hopeful that I would see more of her as an Inquisitor. Now, of course, that resolves quite quickly in episode 2 when she defects from the Empire, realizing what the Empire's all about and what the Inquisitors are actually trying to do, and even pulling back that Inquisitor from the darkness. You know, we saw her a little bit in Obi-Wan Kenobi. So to have her story play out even further as well, and kind of even bring her back to the light, was a really satisfying way to end this. To see Barriss Offee, full evolution and growth of this character in the most unexpected way, was perfect. It was a perfect payoff to her story. It really filled me up with joy to see her character really understand what it really means to be a Jedi and what the role of a Jedi is to be. And she kind of fulfills that in the final episode of this series in a way that was very gratifying. One thing is, because these are short, you would expect things kind of moves too quickly and you're like, it doesn't feel fully fleshed out or developed. But these things are so well conceived and put together that it moves pretty quickly, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't overstay its welcome. These stories are the perfect snapshot, and you do feel a beginning, middle, and end point. The entire thing, each episode's about 15 minutes long, so you're looking at about an hour and a half total. And so each story kind of goes 45 minutes, and it feels very complete and very satisfying. I was looking at this thinking, man, these are shorts. It's going to be really short. It's going to feel very just kind of like, man, where's more? But for what it's worth, these are really well put together, and it's just even for the short run times, it's very digestible and just very gratifying and feels very complete. Overall, I really enjoyed Tales of the Empire. These shorts are absolutely beautiful to look at. The character arcs are so well conceived. They're very complete stories within such a short time frame, and they work so well. The world building that goes into this, the mythology that goes into this is really great. It just helps really connect these two previously disconnected eras of the prequels and the originals, and also kind of pushes things forward to the New Republic era and connecting that as well. It feels like the connective tissue that's been missing from all of these different eras, and it's really great, and I'm really glad they did this, and I hope they do more of these with more characters in a way that kind of weaves through the entire Star Wars timeline to branch everything and to bring everything together. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of Tales of the Empire down in the comments. What was your favorite part? Which was your favorite episode? Whose story did you enjoy more, Morgan Elsbeth or Barriss Offee? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye.